Ladies and gentlemen, as the field makes their way up off of turn number 3 and 4, it's time for you to get off your seat. Get on your feet and get off your seat as we see to you the 2018 version of the King of Dirt Sportsman Modified Series.
I butchered the first one in 3 years.
All right. See you guys in a bit. Hey.
The pace truck has worked its way off the infield. Bob Bigelow's ready to go up in the flag stand, ladies and gentlemen. 30 laps the distance.
Tim going to the tower immediately.
We need Tim Goey to come to the tower immediately. Tim Goey to come to the tower immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, a shower of 602 crate power about to send a shockwave at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. It's the Stars and Stripes 30. Oh, yeah. Up into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time as they work their way up off the corner. Josh Sunn will take the race lead, and here comes the Sand Lake Slingshot. Kenny Tremont already working his way up on the inside lane as the field looks to work its way around to click off lap number 1. It'll be Josh Sunn, your leader, but Kenny Tremont is on the move. Tremont already up to the runner-up spot as he works through the corner, but here's Fornwalt trying to back down on the inside lane, looking for second. They're side by side, wheel to wheel as they power down the back straightaway. Here's Fornwalt trying to make a move, but Tremont up on the top side. They're wheel to wheel up through turn number 3 and 4. Fornwalt trying to get the runner-up spot back as they come down to the flag stand. It will be Fornwalt by a bumper as they work their way up through the corner. Now Chad Edwards trying to make it 3 wide as they work their way up through turn number 2. Field trying to run their way through the corner as a 115 and Tremont back out in second. Fornwalt trying to sit there on the inside lane to get that position back. Just can't do it, but here comes Chad Edwards on the inside lane looking to make it stick for third. He'll take that spot away. Meanwhile, car out of shape up in between turn number 3 and 4. That is the 73 of Kevin Chaffee, and that brings yellow out onto the speedway here for the first time. So 3 laps completed on the lap counter. Kevin Chaffee comes to a stop up between turn number 3 and 4. That is the reason for the caution. Pace truck going to push its way up off the back straightaway. We're going to go back to green flag racing here. 3 laps completed, 27 laps left to go. The 11 of Josh Sunn and the 115 of Kenny Tremont. Going to bring them down off at turn number 3 and 4. We'll go back to green flag racing here in the Stars and Stripes 30, round number 1 of the King of Dirt Sportsman Tour here for 2018. Up into turn number 1 and 2 off the restart. It will be Sunn taking control of this once again as they power down the back straightaway. Adam Pierson now on the move, looking to crack the top 5. Chris Curtis there as well as he tries to go inside of Jordan Fornwalt for position. He'll slide up in front, take the number 4 spot away as they come down off of turn number 4. Lap number 4 goes in the books. Josh Sunn, your race leader. Kenny Tremont going to try to move up to the outside now to see if he can scrub some momentum off of the deficit between himself and Sunn as they go down the back straightaway. Field works its way down up into turn number 3 and 4. Sunn, your race leader, keeping it down on the inside. Tremont running the inside lane off the bottom as well as he sits about 7 car lanes back. Chad Edwards up to 3rd. Fornwalt now going to make a move to get back by Curtis for position. As they're side by side for the number 4 spot. Adam Pierson trying to dig his nose to the inside as well as they work their way down the front stretch. Car slowing, that is the 78 of Frank Hoard Jr. He's going to pull it pit side as they'll bring him down off at turn number 4. The APH car number 11 of Josh Sunn, still your leader, 6 laps into this feature event. Tremont working the high side. Now Edwards starting to reel in the 115 machine up off at turn number 2. He's down to about 5 car lengths on him, but Tremont's starting to pull away from him down into turn number 3 and 4. Top 3 starting to separate themselves a little bit from the field as they bring him down off the corner. Sunn holding on to that number 1 spot. Tremont's at 2nd, Edwards 3rd, 4th is Curtis, 5th Fornwalt, 6th Adam Pierson, 7th Connor Cleveland. 8th right now is the 54 of Laduc, 9th Joey Scarborough, and rounding out your top 10 is the 19 of Joey Williams. So the field working its way down up off of turn number 3 and 4. Josh Sunn continues to bring out in this front of this one. 8 laps completed on the board. As Kenny Tremont trying to reel him in down up off of turn number 2. Sunn's got about 8 car lengths on the 115 as they'll travel down into tier number 3 and 4 this time. He'll continue to work the inside lane. will be just a few laps away. Slower traffic might become a factor here before you know it, as the back end of Kevin Ward's car starts becoming the line of sight of the number 11 machine. Meanwhile, battle for the number 4 spot starting to heat up a little bit, as Chris Curtis and Jordan Fornwalt touch coming down the front straightaway that last time. Curtis still trying to work the outside. Here's Fornwalt right there, and a great run for Adam Pierson once again. As we say that, though, Kenny Tremont starting to tighten the gap between first and second as car goes around up in turn number 2. And a quick yellow. It looks like field going to work its way down into turn number 3 and 4. That is Josh Sunn going to try to power off the corner. Green flag back out on the speedway here. 21 laps to go. Up into turn number 1 and 2. Tremont going to try to make a move for the race lead up off the corner. He'll try to pull even with Sunn as they go up into turn number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, both Tim Laduc and Connor Cleveland on the move as the caution flag comes out. 2 cars turned around in turn number 1. Jason Bruno's one of them, and Billy Lussier the other, as they'll work their way down out of harm's way. Lussier going to pull away. And the 66 of Bruno still down there in turn number 1. I'll restart as we did not get a lap completed. On the board is Josh Sunn going to power through the corner. A little bit of bumper tag action, but we're going back to green flag racing. Tremont and Sunn come together coming down the front stretch. Chris Curtis going to try to take advantage, rolling to the outside right away, as they're now 3 wide for the number 2 spot up through turn number 1 and 2. Chad Edwards trying to take the position. He tries to pull even with him down the back straightaway. They'll work their way down into turn number 3 and 4. The lunchbox trying to pack the 115 away up off by turn number 3 and 4, but Tremont going to outgun him. Meanwhile, Joey Scarborough goes around up through turn number 3 and 4. Yellow comes back out onto the speedway once again. So yellow out onto the speedway as Joey Scarborough went around up in between turn number 3 and 4. He's going to make a quick trip to the pit area. Looks like just cosmetic damage on the right rear of that number 38 machine. Going to rejoin the tail end of the field. He's going to have to go fast. This one's going to be going. As the field works its way down up off by turn number 3 and 4, we remain under yellow. 25 of Lussier going to come to a stop just outside the pit gate. That's going to be the reason we stay under caution. Fretto going to hit pit side with that right front flat tire. He will rejoin the tail. Meanwhile, Josh Sunn going to work his way up off of turn number 3 and 4. He'll see the green flag this time off of the corner as they come down off of turn number 4. Green flag back out on the speedway. Up into turn number 1 and 2, the 11 of Josh Sunn will reassume control of this feature event, but he's got one of the all-time greats chasing him down to the 115 of Kenny Tremont. Tremont going to work his way up on the outside lane off the corner. A bobble from Sunn that time as they power up off by turn number 4, but Sunn will have the race lead. Tremont going to go to the top side this time. Going to try to make it stick. He gets caught in the hole, but drives right over it through turn number 2 this time. He'll look to pull even with him now off by turn number 2 as they're side by side for the race lead. Tremont up high, going to try to slingshot his way to the number 1 spot as they come off by turn number 3 and 4. New race leader, Kenny Tremont, going to the number 1 spot. Tremont, your new race leader, as they go up into turn number 1 and 2. He'll take the race lead away as Josh Sunn going to try to battle him back for position. Chad Edwards still sits third. Adam Pierson worked his way up to the number 4 spot now by getting by Chris Curtis for position. That'll put Curtis back to the top 5. One spot out of a top 5 run right now is the 24 of Jordan Fornwalt. And don't look now, here's Michael Sabia looking to make a move as Curtis backslides a couple of spots. Sabia on the outside looking to make it stick. He's going to try to get 4 guys in one sitting. Sabia really trying to push for the position. He'll get by Curtis, a little bit of a wheel hop down the back stretch, and Curtis goes around, hits the wall hard in turn number 3. As now as this happens, yellow going to come out onto the speedway as Sabia And Curtis made contact. Bob Bigelow, clench green flag in hand. We're going to go back to green flag racing here once again. 18 laps remaining here in the Stars and Stripes 30 as they break them down off at turn number 4. Green flag is out onto the speedway. We're back under green. Josh Sunn going to waste no time trying to go to the outside of the 115 of Kenny Tremont, looking for that number 1 spot. He'll pull even with him down the back straightaway. Here's Sunn going to work it down into turn number 3 and 4 as they work their way off the corner. Drag race to the flag stand. New race leader, Josh Sunn, goes to the front. They put lap number 13 on the board as Josh Sunn may have made one of the most impressive passes you will ever see here at the Devil's Bowl Speedway to the number 1 spot. Drives right around the 115 of Tremont. They power down into turn number 3 and 4 this time as the top 5 is now shaken up a little bit. Michael Sabia up into spot number 4 as he has gotten by the 15 of Adam Pierson. Field going to work its way down up into turn number 1 and 2. A 3-car battle for that number 3 spot as Chad Edwards continues to ride there. Meanwhile, here's the battle for 4th as Pierson slides underneath the 7 of Sabia, looking to take that spot back. Bob Bigelow's got the cross flags in the air. 15 are in, 15 remain for the driver of the APH, car number 11 of Josh Sunn, as he picks up the lead off the corner. Chris Curtis makes his way back onto the racetrack right with the race leaders. Up through turn number 3 and 4 as they come off of the corner. Here's the 11 of Sunn working it down up at turn number 4, and he's got about 10 car lengths on Tremont as they go up into the corner. Curtis going to pull right back into the pit area as they go up off at turn number 1. Meanwhile, Josh Sunn starting to chase down slower traffic as the Nick Fretto, number 92, going to come into the line of sight this time as he travels off at turn number 4. 17 laps now in the books. Tremont holding on to that number 2 spot as Josh Sunn continues to lead. Chad Edwards works his way up into that number 3 position as he continues to power it down to the inside. Battle for 5th starting to ensue as here's the 09 of Connor Cleveland about to work to the inside of the number 7 machine as they go down the back straightaway and into turn number 3 and 4. The 09 of Connor Cleveland going to look to make a move as they power up off at turn number 4 this time. He'll look to pull down and try to be even with the number 7 machine. Meanwhile, Billy Lussier and Mike Palmer come together as Lussier slows. This is right in front of your race leader as now Sunn's going to get by him. Tremont will get by Lussier as they come off the corner. Slower traffic looking to possibly be a factor here as we move toward the closing stages. Lussier slowing on the outside lane, going to look to make it stick as now Cleveland slides right up in front of Sabia for position, dangerously close to Lussier. Lussier going to get out of harm's way. He'll pull his way through the field, but now we got slower traffic, which may be your X factor here in this feature event. 20 laps now completed, 10 laps to go for the driver of the number 11 of Josh Sunn. Sunn continuing to have this one up through turn number 1 and 2 as he pulls away from Kenny Tremont. Now down to a half a straightaway lead as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. The 11 machine going to bring it up off at turn number 3 and 4 this time, and now they got 2 cars racing for position in front of them. Bob Bigelow with the lap flag out there trying to make it work, but your race leader may have to pick a lane and know where to go this time as he works down the back straightaway. He continues to pull away from the 115 machine as they go down into turn number 3 and 4. Tremont trying to close in on Sunn once again, but Sunn now closing in on the battle between Bruno and Hoard a little bit more as he's got 8 more circuits around this Devil's Bowl Speedway. Sunn going to have to try to find a way around this one as Hoard has gotten ahead of Bruno, and that may help into the favor of the 11 machine as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Sunn forced to go to the top side. Tremont may be seeing daylight here before you know it to try to close in on him. Sunn trying to make a move up the middle. He's got nowhere to go. This is the chance for Tremont to try to close in. Josh Sunn cannot get by those two. He's going to try to make a move up the middle, but he just can't do it. Kenny Tremont trying to close the gap through turn number 3 and 4, and Josh Sunn splits the middle right through, and he had to do it. And that was a dangerous move, but it was the right one. Meanwhile, we have a new third-place man behind them as Adam Pierson has found his way around the number 37 of Chad Edwards. Josh Sunn continues to sit there. Tremont knows he's got to make the same move to get by, but he couldn't do it with as much vigor this time as they work down the back straightaway. Josh Sunn this time as the caution comes out for a car in turn number 4 with just 6 laps to go. That is the 23 of Alex Bell, and that brings yellow out with just 6 remaining, and that big lead that Josh Sunn had put out there is now gone all the way. So the lights have been turned off. We're going to look to go back to green flag racing. 6 laps remaining here in the Stars and Stripes 30 as the 11 machine of Josh Sunn going to work it down up off of turn number 3 and 4. Green flag out onto the speedway. Here we go once again. Tremont going to try to make a move as the chess match begins up on the inside lane. Here's Tremont going to try to pull even on the inside. They are side by side. Sunn going to out drag race him down the back straightaway. Here's Tremont going to try to work his way down to the low side one more time. Off by turn number 4 they go. He clears them off the corner. They come to the 5 to go sign. Bob Bigelow with a wave into the air. 5 laps remaining for Josh Sunn. But here's Tremont trying to make a move off him up at turn number 2. Sunn's going to have to try to keep his momentum rolling. Tremont with a smart move slides up the racetrack just enough to try to take the lane away. He slides in front of him. New race leader, that's Kenny Tremont. Tremont rolls to the outside lane, takes his line away even more. Josh Sunn is right there, as now Sunn going to have to go back to the outside to try to make it stick up off the corner. Sunn going to try to come back to him. He's going to cross over, slingshot. And ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sunn just put Kenny Tremont's own move on him through turn number 3 and 4. The 11 machine with a big battle to the number 1 spot here with just 3 laps to go as Tremont tries to battle back on the inside lane. Josh Sunn going to bring him down the back straightaway as he'll pull away now as they come to the 2 to go sign. 2 laps to go this time by as Kenny Tremont tries to dig to the inside. Here comes the 11 of Sunn. He'll have it down 2 car lengths with 2 laps to go. But he's got the sand leg slingshot right on his left side as he works the inside of the racetrack. They're even midway through the corner, but the 11 machine going to power back to the outside lane one more time. Here's Tremont going to try to make a move as they're side by side up off of turn number 3 and 4. They come to the white flag. 1 lap to go in this feature event. Kenny Tremont going to try to make it stick. He's got one more shot to get him. They come up at turn number 3 and 4. Tremont bobbles off the corner. Josh Sunn's going to pull away. Final time down off on turn number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the Stars and Stripes 30, the 11 of Josh Sunn. Second is Kenny Tremont. Third is going to be the 15 of Adam Pierson. Fourth across the line, Chad Edwards and Connor Cleveland will round out your top 5.
Already on. It's on. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Tremont just got beat in his own game by Josh Sunn in the 11. Holy cow. Tanner Siemons around on the front stretch in the 5 car, all torn up. What an emotional win this is going to be for Josh Sunn. 2 years ago, medevaced out of Bear Ridge Speedway with a broken neck after flipping his midget car out of the park. And by God, this is the biggest win of his career. That injury notwithstanding, but Josh Sunn, what an unbelievable crossover move to steal the win from the Sand Lake Slingshot, the 8-time Devil's Bowl track champion. Tremont will have to settle for second. Adam Pierson out of East Corinth, Vermont will come home in 3rd spot. And we'll go trackside to victory lane with Mike Warren.
Well, thank you, Justin. And Josh Sunn with a big win, clean the whole way on the number 11 machine to get to this number 1 spot. And what a battle it was down here in front. As the 11 going to come out of victory lane down here, Hoosier Racing Tire victory lane, the first one of the season. The 11 of Sunn, as Justin mentioned, coming back from a bad accident a couple of years ago. and he now sits in victory lane tonight. And a well-deserved victory for the number 11 machine. Sunn going to look to step out of the car.
That's what you're worried about.
As he's going to come out and get a word with me here in just a second in Hoosier Racing Tire victory lane. As he starts off with a big victory.
I don't know, Mike. I think that was a little bigger. Oh, no. I'd call that huge.
Huge, as I've just been corrected down in front by our photographer. As Sunn going to look to make it out of here. Promoter Rob Hazer now talking to the winner of this event down in front. As just waiting for Sunn to make his way out of the car. I got a feeling we're going to see a roof dance here in a second, folks. That's for sure. See the trophy down here. Very nice looking one. Good looking one here in KOD Victory Lane, brought to you by Hoosier Racing Tire. Ladies and gentlemen, up out of the car, the winner of tonight's Stars and Stripes 30, the driver of the number 11, Josh Sunn. Josh going up on the roof with this well-deserved victory here tonight.
Woo!
As Sunn going to make it down here in victory lane. He's going to come over down in front with me. Josh, I'll tell you what, the laps didn't seem to end in that one, but congratulations and welcome to KOD Victory Lane, and a win you definitely had to earn every single inch of here tonight.
Yeah, it was first King of Dirt Series race win. I ran in like probably 4 or 5 races with Rob. Hell of a race between me and Kenny. I didn't think it was going to ever end. Just cause to come out with me and him racing hard and slide jobs and back and forth and going through lap traffic. It was, I don't know, it was just hard. I just kept my foot in and just hoped for the best.
Now, with everything that's happened with you over the past couple years, to get in victory lane in a big race like this, there was a time you never knew if you were going to be able to have this opportunity again.
I know. I never thought I was going to race after the neck thing at Bear Ridge, and this is the biggest win in my career ever, and just King of Dirt Series puts on the best shows in Sportsman and the whole Northeast. It's just crazy, and be able to run with him and get a check of flag out of the deal, and like thank Gary, of course, he owns the car. Bill and Homer, they helped me out a ton. Ran last night, got the car all ready today, and my mom for here, videotaping Tim, helped me out, his girlfriend Lindsay, just everybody that helps out. I'm not really, I got like 2 people help me out, and I don't know, it's a pretty sweet feeling to run that close with Kenny lap after lap for probably 25 laps.
All right, Josh, I'm going to let you go enjoy this one. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's winner down here in Hoosier Tire Victory Lane, the winner, the number 11 of Josh Sunn. I'm going to step over and talk to our second place finisher now, Kenny Tremont. And over the years at Devil's Bowl, there's not many times when Kenny Tremont takes the lead in the last 5 laps and ends up finishing second. But Ken, what a great battle between the two of you tonight.
It was. We had a lot of fun, and I'll tell you, my hat's off to Josh. He really drove that car hard, and he certainly deserved to win that race. So hats off to him. We had a good night. I mean, a lot of nights I wish I could have finished second, but they did a great job.
Now, you had a really good car right together. You jumped from 6th to 2nd right off the drop of the green, and you knew you were going to be a force to be reckoned with in this one. And, being back on the half-mile surface, you were one of the favorites going into this, so coming home in the second has to help.
No, it is a good night, and come home in one piece. We can build on that and hopefully have some better runs in the future.
Now, I know you got a lot of people you'd like to thank, too. I saw Kevin Palmer back there, your father, of course, Mike Sullivan, a number of the guys.
Yep, all the guys have been with me for years and years and years, and obviously, Rivenberg Construction and S&S Asphalt Paving, Amsterdam Trailer Repair, Boomer's Performance, Whalen Chevrolet, Lures Unlimited, my whole family. So we got a good deal going. We just got to work hard. That's all.
All right, Ken, congratulations. Kenny Tremont, our second place finisher here tonight. Going to step over and talk to our third place finisher, the driver of the Moonlight Auto Repair, car number 15 of Adam Pierson. Adam, a great run for you, having to come up through the field a little bit, and a good move to get by Chad to get to that number 3 spot.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I got to thank these guys enough. They worked as hard as they could to get the track what they could. Everyone had the same surface, just had to kind of take it easy and give each other room. I was just waiting for Chad just to mess up, and I got underneath him quite a few times, but just not enough. I got to thank all my crew, my family, my fiance, all my sponsors on the car. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. 1-800 got junk with a Troyer car. Louis Cadwell, logging firewood. I also just want to thank the track again, all the fans for staying, and the King of Dirt Series also.
All right, Adam, congratulations. Adam Pierson, our third-place finisher here tonight. A big run for him getting to the front. Josh Sunn down here enjoying his victory lane win. As that'll do it down here tonight in Hoosier Tire Victory Lane. I'm going to pass it back up to Andy and Justin one last time.
Well, on behalf of the Bruno family and the staff and crew here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, we thank every one of you for supporting us here tonight. It was a long night, and we appreciate you sticking with us through the delays. Congratulations to Josh Sunn on what is absolutely a landmark win in his career. Our thanks to Mike Warren, Rob Hazer, the whole KOD staff. We'll be back in about 10 days, Wednesday, June